I'm happy enough to do pretty much any military vehicle on the hatch. And as I was riding one of these things on the way to the range yesterday, I was thinking to myself, is there any vehicle more ubiquitous to the US military than the Bluebird bus? I don't think there is a single soldier, sailor, airman, marine, or guardian who has never set foot and ridden one of these things. And since I'm in front of one and I have a little bit of time, well, let's see what we can find out to, shall we say, jumpstart a little bit of nostalgia from some of the veterans that are watching this. What actually happens is that they're running these things on an hourly cycle. This thing just got here and I have time to kill. So anyway, the Bluebird, this is the TC3 model, or T3 model, something like that. They changed the model year in 2014. This particular vehicle was built 2015. They come in two variants, front engine or rear engine. Well, this is obviously a rear engine because we don't have the grille at the front. Easy as. Not entirely sure what the practical differences are, why you would buy the one over the other. The brochure doesn't really seem to be all that clear on the matter. But anyway, let us go around and see what else we can discover about the Bluebird bus. When the All-American model moved to the current model year, actually I think possibly the previous, they changed to round headlights from square. That's important to remember. Note the multiple rear view mirrors. This one is extremely well curved, so you can get a wonderful view of all around you. The All-American was primarily designed to be a school bus with all the safety features that you would expect for a school bus. Of course, for fleet buyers like the military, a lot of the same requirements for getting school children on and off are pretty much the same as getting privates on and off. That probably weren't school children all that long previously anyway, so they're probably very familiar with the operation. All things are good. The tires are 11 by 22.5 as I recall, which doesn't seem right, so I'm going to now check it. And as I come back, I was right. They're 11R 22.5. Now, Bluebird are very proud of the turning radius of their bus. They will note that the cut of the front wheel is up to 50 degrees, thus decreasing the turning radius greatly, especially if you're driving this thing as a school bus in a city where you need to make tight turns. These things here, they're called rub rails, and apparently what they do is they increase the structural rigidity of the side to protect against collisions, because otherwise you just have the frame and the sheetwork. This provides a little bit of protection against, not full side-on collisions, but against occasional grazes from telephone poles or other things, again, just to keep the children inside, or the privates, happy enough. You're going to see at least 3 emergency exits on the vehicle, although all of the windows are in theory capable of at least coming down to half height. Note on the roof the large bulge for the air conditioning. Yes, the Army has gone to luxury. We now have air conditioning on the Bluebird bus. It used to be you just open up the front of the exit hatch, the emergency exit in the roof, and you'd hope that the air coming in will give you a little bit of circulation. No longer is that required. The engine at the back, this is, as I say, the rear engine version. It's made by Cummins. The exact model, it depends on the customer choice, but the engine will go up to about 300 horsepower. There is behind here a electrical distribution circuit, and then the engine in the middle. I'm probably not going to let me open it up though, because this is a bus in service. Your usual array of indicator taillights. What can I say? It's a civilian vehicle ready for road use. And then you get around the other side, more engine intakes. Well, you can figure it out for yourself from there. Coming around to the front, we get to the fuel port on the right-hand side. The fuel tanks are located in between the rails of the frame, and it's up to from 90 to 160 gallons. Again, customer's choice. Specifically placed in between the rails to increase safety in case of collision. And of course you have a nice helpful light for allowing people to see where it is that they're stepping off of the bus and onto the dirt or the rocks or whatever it is. Usually the ranges that these things drop the troops off at, they're not hard tarmac. It is some form of rock, gravel, grass, or other form of dirt. And now of course we have nice big hydraulic doors. Climbing up is easy, as is egress. I'm not going to sit on the driver's seat because, well, they're probably going to shatter me, so I'm not going to bother. There is an emergency exit just on top of the door, so you can manually open it if you have to. However, there is a button on here somewhere. I'll put an inset. Looks simple enough. Nice big rearview mirror, so you can see if the privates are getting rowdy. A couple of sunshades, and the builder's plate is up front. Service door, open close. That's probably what it is then. Heater pump, front heater, back heater. Automatic transmission. Looks like you got 2 ranges plus drive and overdrive. 1 reverse. Air brakes. There is a choice of brakes actually you can get with the All-American. Somebody has placed a USB charger into what I presume is a cigarette lighter. Yes, noise suppression. They have a button here that says noise suppression. High idle lights, overhead lights, and the air conditioner controls on the left. The interior of the vehicle is somewhat sparse, but again, we have air consoles and equipment. Outlets, a couple of overhead lights, and speakers for either music. You did see the radio was mounted in the dash as well, so there is an actual radio system in here. If you wish to indicate difference as I go to the road. Emergency exit at the top, the traditional bus type that you have one side come up and the other remain down to 0 before the vehicle in. The seats, well, this particular row of seats, of course, has the wheel arches, so you can avoid that if not possible. Now, those who are getting the older versions of the All-American will remember the bench seats that they used to have, sort of a squishy foam bench seats. Now we have easy to clean plastic bump things, which are completely uncomfortable looking, and have also the ability to maybe squeezing free small people on a bench. And yeah, I'm not so sure about it. If you are lucky enough to get one person per row, you can't really stretch up like so I've seen a couple of I'll put up a photograph of my unit from off range, but everybody is displayed at. And rubber matting in the middle for grip, and that's about it for us. I'm not necessarily going to get on the road now because I need to get off again. Right, so that's it. Arguably the most important vehicle in the US military inventory, the Bluebird All-American. Now, for those who really want to go back in time, believe it or not, cattle cars are still in service. I saw one around here recently. They're not the stainless steel ones anymore. They actually look good. We'll see if I can track one down. Maybe I can go to TMC or something. All right, I hope you found it interesting and enjoyable. Take care. Right, so that's it. Open the lens cap. Take 5.